So, Scott, if we meet again 5 years from now, what do you think surprises the most about how AI would have shaped clinical research?
5 years is such a, if you would have asked me that question a year ago to 5 years, I think I might have been able to answer it. But it is amazing how fast things are moving. And to say what's it going to look like 5 years from now, I think it's hard because I don't even know what it's going to look like a year from now, to be honest with you. You talk to some of these, you hear some of these experts talking about how fast things are moving. I just think there's a lot of possibility. I do think, though, that if used in the right way, we can become, as clinical research industry, a lot more precise in the way that we do things and faster. But I think we can speed things up. And I'll give you another example. IBM Consulting, I was reading an article. They are working with a pharma company to speed up the approval process using agentic AI. So there are a whole series of things that, as you know, because you're much more in touch with this than I am, switching from ANI to AGI, all of these new novel things that are taking place in AI. But IBM Consulting was talking about how they were able to work with this one company and speed up the approval process by just looking at all of the other approvals they had done and refining the process. And I think that if we continue to multiply it, is going to help this industry move faster. And what that means at the end of the day for people in the US and outside the US is we can get drugs to market faster.
Yeah.
So, as we were discussing before about, what would you say to somebody, at the dinner table about why it takes so long? This is where I think we can speed things up. It may not take off 10 years from the process, but if we could take just a couple years off the process, you could save a lot. And, we have a lot of really interesting things going on in Alzheimer's research and, things that would really move the needle as the population gets older and we have more cases of things like Alzheimer's. So I think that's interesting. I think the other thing that is going to be, I think, very interesting is this reasoning AI and being able to apply that to, some of the things that we do in the industry. And I'm not even going to be able to touch that right now because I don't know enough about it to talk about it. But it seems like there are a number of areas where that could really help us from a development standpoint.
Yeah, and I agree. Asking someone what's AI going to do in next 5 years is probably the most difficult question today in the world. Everyone's trying to answer it in their own ways, and you're right. I mean, the speed that AI is changing. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm founder of an AI startup in healthcare, as you know. And AI is practically giving myself insomnia at the moment because I sleep one day and next morning I get up and there is completely new tech stack that is available now. You can do much more than what you were able to do just a day back. So it's bizarre and it's profound of at the same time in terms of what's happening. And I definitely second that thought.